I found this rock just south of Woodstock in Shenandoah County, Virginia. And at first glance, it looks pretty boring, right? Aside from the green grime that I'm still cleaning off, it looks pretty generic. But if you look just a little bit closer, you can see the grays are actually layered here. I think that might make for something interesting, especially if this turns out to be a material that will take a good polish. So I'm going to bring it over to my lapidary saw and I'm going to cut it, and then I'll bring it back and show you guys what we've got. All right, we finished up on the lapidary saw. As you can see, I decided to make a couple of different cuts, which usually means I was not disappointed with the first one. And so here's what this rock looks like inside. The variations in the gray are much more prominent than you might have thought from the outside, and they're contained in pretty distinct layers. There's some secondary material here that's white. You could just barely see that from the outside, but it's much more prominent here. I don't know how deep that goes, though, so we'll have to work a little bit more with this rock to figure it out. If I were ever to start making and selling jewelry, this is the sort of rock that I think I'd want to work with. Very neutral colors, it's kind of gender neutral, it might even be considered masculine. I'd personally probably wear a necklace with this material, assuming it took a polish. And I'm pretty sure it will. If you look closely, you can see that there aren't any telltale signs that this material is too porous or gritty to take a polish. I think it's worth taking over to the flat lap and polishing this one up. First though, I'm going to need to decide on a shape. I want to try and keep as much of the material as possible, so I'm going to go with a long triangle shape here. Hopefully this works out and I can get it pretty even. I'm going to take it over to my flat lap and then I will see you all in just a minute. And boy, this rock definitely took on a good polish. I tried to keep the lines from the different layers running as close to horizontal as possible, just so that it will look balanced. You can see that I left a bit of a curve at the top, mostly just to preserve material so that I can drill a hole for a bail later. If I were to make this into a necklace, I'd probably work that portion a bit further once I decide on what type of bail I want. But for now, since it's just going to sit in my collection, I'm good with things where they are. So what do you all think? Would this make a nice necklace? Any idea what type of rock this was? I'd love to read your comments below. Thanks for joining me with this rock. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye!